Hi everyone and welcome back to Midnight Hustlers. I know I left you all for a week without a video, but trust me, I was just not in the right space to record. But here I am again, feeling much better and here with another episode for you guys. Now I know that college has already begun for some of us and some of us will begin with it in the next few weeks. So, I think that we all should know about some things that we should not do in our first year of college. So, everybody tells us, okay, you should do this, you should do that, but nobody tells us what not to do. And I think that more than success, failure is our biggest teacher. And from the mistakes of my seniors, from people I know who've already been through college, I've gathered some points that we should not be doing especially our first year of college. The first thing is shying away or being introverted. So what does this mean? This basically means that you should not be hesitant of taking up any opportunities that come your way just because you think that you're too shy for it. Now I know that introverts find it especially hard, and trust me, I know that feeling because I had been an introvert all my life, still am. And I'm not telling you to leave that side of yours and totally step out of your comfort zone, but just remember and take advantage of the fact that nobody knows you here. You can go as you want, you can mold yourself as you want. And I think that is such a huge advantage to you, and definitely use this to your benefit. And just remember past experiences where you lost on some amazing opportunities just because you were too shy to take it. So don't do this here. You still had 14 years of schooling and you had various opportunities to correct your mistakes, but these are just 3 to 4 years of your life where rectifying mistakes would not be an option because there'd be such less time. So just remember that shying away will take away a lot of opportunities from you. So try being as outspoken, as extroverted as possible. Take part in anything and everything, whatever comes your way, just sign up for it. And yeah, step out of your comfort zone. That is all I would say for the first point. The next point that I'm going to say is do not be MIA during classes. That is, don't be missing in action during classes. Now, this is similar to the first point, but the first point was in general, as in that don't be shy in front of your peers, in front of your teachers, etc. And yeah, adding to the first point, try to make as many friends as possible, even though it might seem hard in the first bit of your semesters. This one, however, is a bit specific to your classes, to your academic classes. So, what I'm trying to say here is that, especially because this semester will probably be online, so we have the comfort of just switching off our mics and our cameras, but I'd suggest you not to do that. Try to be as active in your class as possible. Try to make your presence felt. That'll have a great impression on both your teacher on and both sorry on both your teachers and your peers. You will turn out to be someone who everybody would look up to, who everybody would be motivated to be like. And I think that's a great quality to have, especially when you're just in your first year. The third point is being clueless and unprepared. Do not do that. Some in school we had a habit of just being clueless of like, yeah, what's the next class? Yeah, what homework did we have? And for example, especially in online classes, we didn't have our textbooks and books with us when we just open our laptops, and we didn't have any preparation for the next class, the current class for that matter as well. But do not do that here. Make sure that you rectify all these mistakes that you made in school, because those were still affordable during our high school time, but these mistakes are just not affordable during our university time. We should definitely not be clueless. We should not just about the academic part of university, but also any events that are taking place, any visits that are happening. You should be aware of everything that is happening around you. This is important for two reasons. One is that you'll be an active member of the society at your university, and secondly, you will be able to grab any opportunities that come your way. Basically, you'll, like you've heard the saying that the early bird gets the worm. So as early as you'll get to know about opportunities, you will be the first one to grab it, and maybe people won't even have the time to think, oh my god, where did all the time go, because you were one of the first people to grab the opportunity, and maybe people after you didn't even get that opportunity of maybe grabbing some important event or some important extracurricular activities. The next point is bunking classes and not being punctual. Now, I know that some of you might have that dream of, bunking college and stuff, but do not do that in your first year, especially in your first semester, because first of all, you'll be missing some very important information which will be crucial to your years ahead, and secondly, it'll serve as a bad impression on your professors. And these are the same professors who are going to maybe write LORs for you. And trust me, it's really difficult to get an LOR from a reputed professor. So make sure that you're in their good books. Secondly, being punctual is also really important. Even if you're attending classes, but you're not being punctual, you're just entering late and everything, that will also serve as a very bad impression on you. So just make sure that you're doing these things, so that first of all you have all the information you need, and secondly you don't give a bad impression to your professors and your peers. The last point, but definitely not the least, is overburdening yourself and taking stress. Also, I don't know how I missed adding an E after the D, and it's almost impossible for me to rectify that mistake now. So I apologize for that grammatical mistake of mine. It should be Burdening. Anyway, yeah. So even though I talked about, grabbing any opportunities that come your way and just participating in anything and everything, but just know where to stop. Know where something becomes sort of, well, not suitable for you. Even though sometimes you might feel like everybody's doing everything and I have to compete with them, I have to take more things on my plate, but just know when to stop, because this is just your first year. And if you start taking stress in just your first year, then your next 2 3 years would be miserable, because if you will not be able to handle the pressure of just the first year, then imagine what will happen in the second and third year. So have fun, know when to stop, have that wisdom to identify what suits you and doesn't, and yeah, just take it as, well, uh, it's a contradictory statement, but take it lightly and take it seriously as well. I mean, take your future seriously, but don't take the smallest of things like beating your competitors and stuff seriously, because sorry for fumbling, that just sort of defeats the purpose of university. So yeah, prioritize everything, just plan everything nicely so that you don't stress at the last minute, and yeah, enjoy the experience. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and I'll meet you next week with another episode. Thank you.